more exciting things happening in Lawndale is the new park, Larch Avenue, what we're calling right now Larch Avenue.
The project.
Park. Yeah.
When are you actually anticipating the completion? Or I know that it hasn't even started yet as such, but how long do you think that process is going to take?
Well, construction is set to begin in the summer or late fall. You know how those projects always, you can't really put a definitive date on it. But we're projecting the opening of that would be best case scenario in the winter of 2015, but more realistic, I think it would be probably in the spring of 2016.
Okay, so not that long away. Now, tell us a little bit about the activities that you actually provide in these parks. I know that the Community Services Department is very, very active with the fiestas, the health and safety. Tell us all about that.
Well, most of our special events, as you know, Lawndale's always been very big on special events. You know, with the opening of the Civic Center Plaza and the Community Center 2 years ago, City Council wanted to bring all of our special events over here that were formerly held at the park. So virtually everything except for you know, internal events like the volunteer sponsorship dinner and Youth and Government Day will be held inside at the Community Center or here at City Hall. But most of the outdoor events have been brought over here. The Health and Safety Fair has been brought over here. The Halloween Haunt event has been brought over here, and also the Angel Tree. And one exciting new event, which was a first annual last year, if you can call it a first annual, was the Lawndale Blues and Jazz Music Festival.
That's right.
And we're gearing up for the second annual coming up this September. That's a real exciting event. We'll have a full day of jazz and blues music, and we had a great turnout last year. But most of the special events have come away from the parks. Most of the parks would be recreation activities, soccer leagues, basketball leagues at Bollinger Gym over on the Will Rogers campus. So, and then after school programs, arts and craft activities, and lots of ball playing at the parks.
Youth and Government Day is one of your very great events that you put on once a year, I believe, and that allows the youth to actually start participating in what's going on in the City Council to see if they'd like to be involved in as a City Council member later in the future, and what kind of procedures go on. Tell us about that.
Well, Youth in Government's a very unique, it's a very unique program. Not all cities have it. More cities don't have it than do have it, but it really just introduces the area high school students to city government. You know, we take the sophomores and the juniors and the seniors from the schools that typically are involved in a government class or some type of political science class and have an interest in that. And we give them a day down here at City Hall. We take them on a tour of the city. We feed them lunch, of course, but we also put them through a mock city council meeting. We do what we call job shadowing, where we match the students up with different staff members and show them where they work and talk to them about, you know, the budget or what they do in their department, what education it took for them to get there. And really, I think that, you know, in my 7 years here, this event started way before I got here. We're really kind of starting to see the fruits of that, where kids that participate in Youth and Government Day, you'll see their brothers or sisters taking the class or taking the program or participating in the event years down the road. But really, when these students leave the program, they actually are thinking about a career in government. It could be federal government, could be state, it could be as an elected official, and it really opens up their eyes, and we get tons of positive feedback on that.
And you also have the Youth Day Parade coming up on the 26th of April, which is also another great event for the youth to participate, not just for the youth, but I know that the city participates in it as a spectator, or even their families. They all come in and watch and participate, which is another great event. Anything else you'd like to, I know that you're very, very busy, and we just managed to take you away from your seat right now, and tell us anything else you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, I'd like to mention one thing. In conjunction with the Youth Day Parade, as you mentioned, is Saturday, April 26th, is this year we're taking a stab at, we're calling it a community bike ride and open street event.
That's right, and that's going to happen right before the parade starts, correct?
It's at 8:30 in the morning, 8:30 to 9:30. It starts at the intersection of Manhattan Beach Boulevard and Prairie Avenue, and it's a free event, and we're encouraging bicycle riders, skateboarders, people with strollers, walkers, joggers. We got a gentleman that called and said, I have a unicycle, can I participate? But we're encouraging everybody to come out and participate in that. It's kind of modeled after a mini cyclovia event, and Metro Los Angeles County Metro is putting together grant funding, and they're trying to encourage these events in different parts of the city. So the city actually recently completed a grant application to see if we could get funds to run a larger event, possibly next year. But once again, this is a free event. Minors have to wear helmets. If they're on a bike or a skateboard, the minors have to wear helmets.
Definitely.
And if you do want to participate, you have to come down and register prior to the event, although you can register online from the city's website, or you can come to the community center and register in person. But if you decide at the last minute, after maybe seeing this, that you want to participate, come down to the intersection of Prairie and Manhattan Beach Boulevard at 7:30, between 7:30 and 8:30 on April 26th, and register yourself or your kids and just have a fun, leisurely bike ride, walk, jog, whatever it may be. So that's a new event for us and something we hope to get funding for and continue for years down the road.
Fantastic. I congratulate you for that. Mike Estes, the Community Services Manager here in the city of Lawndale, as you can see, with lots of different programs and activities for senior citizens and the youth. We thank you very much and congratulate you.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right, that was nice to talk